Hello everybody, welcome to this installment of Three Moons Gaming where we build things in Minecraft. Today we will be building a commercial chicken farm. When I say commercial chicken farm, I mean a farm that has two chicken cookers on the outside of it and a normal chicken farm in the middle. And the chicken farm in the middle is actually going to supply the chicken cookers with the eggs necessary in order to give you your cooked chicken and your feathers. So let's go ahead, let's not waste any time. This build's going to take about an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes to build. So let's go ahead and get a start on. I've got one already sitting there that you will find as a interesting build. You should be able to look at it and go, wow. Well, there it is. That's the one that we got. So we're going to get out of here and we're going to go back into another world, okay, that we are going to be building it in today. I got some of the groundwork laid out for us to try to make our days a little bit easier. Again, my name is Three Moons. I would like to remind you to go ahead and subscribe to the channel and press that like button. Also, I would like to tell you that this is a children's friendly channel. There are no curse words, no things that shouldn't be here that children are not allowed to see. Let's go ahead and get started. As you can see, I've laid out the groundwork here. Now we just got to build it. It's going to look just like this when we're done. So I went ahead and prepped up the groundwork here so that it would be sitting here where we could go ahead and start our build. The first thing I'm going to put down this time is going to be the 3 purple stairs. Okay, and then I'm going to open up the ground so that we can begin the preparation for putting in the chest and everything else that's needed to go right here. We'll come back to that in just a couple of minutes. Okay, 1, 2, 3, take that one out. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Put that one there. I want it to look like that, but we want it like that. And it's going to look just like that. It's going to do the same thing down here. And there's a reason why. This is where the chest is going to sit, underneath here, like this. This is coming out and that's coming out. And then we have a chest that's going to sit right here. Now, what comes next is going to be our brick foundation, which is going to first of all be block. It's going to be, the first layer is actually going to be stone all the way around. Once we get the wall laid in, we're going to go ahead and build the chicken cookers on each side so that they are in place where they need to be. Get our chicken cooker started here. Once the chicken cookers are in place, then the rest of it goes pretty quickly and pretty easy. The challenge with the chicken cooker is going to be that we have to put the droppers in place, and then all of the other stuff that's got to go there has got to be put in place as well, like the redstone repeater, and the redstone comparator. We're going to stack two of these on top of each other. I gotta remember how to set that up, which means I may have to go over here and take a quick peek inside here, because I have two different ways that I do this. And in doing this, you're gonna find that it's not that hard to do, it's just doing it. That's what I thought. We may jump to another world and check one out on the other world to make sure I did them all the same way, because it's not looking like it should as far as I am concerned. Because that's showing a block in a place that I don't remember the block being. Crazy. Go down here and look at it in this angle here, because I switch them back and forth, left and right. Okay. Comparator that into there and then out. Huh. I wonder why it seems like I'm doing it wrong over there. It just feels like I'm doing it wrong, and I'm actually starting it out right. Comparator, repeater, stone, and then another comparator. Repeater, stone, comparator, and then redstone. And then to be on the other side would be coming around the other way. So it becomes kind of confusing when I look at them like that. But basically that's your chicken cooker set up right there, with the exception of, let's go ahead and put our one and only bucket of lava in place. That way it's already set up and ready to go. And then I'm going to jump over here to the stone. And yes, this is going to get basically blocked all the way off except for that spot right there. With that spot right there, it's going to get the lovely hoppers that are going to feed into 4. Should be 4 coming to just to the edge of the wall. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to build this one over here with the exact opposite direction. And that is one thing I forgot to do over there. And I'll take care of that right now. Turn that on. Don't ask me why, but it works like that. Okay, so there we go. There's this side already done and complete. Let's go ahead and place stone to block off and seal off this one side. We're going to go ahead and place our hoppers in place. Once we get our hoppers in place, we will our hoppers are all in place. Now we can start filling up the area with hoppers designated to go to the chicken cooker and hoppers designated to go to the chest for just standard eggs. I do 3 hoppers on each side going to the chicken cooker because it's going to take way more eggs than the chest will for the standard egg. And trust me, there will be plenty of eggs no matter what you do. You don't run out of eggs, that's for sure. When I first started building this farm in my own worlds, I used to build it in a snake-like pattern where it literally went in a literal snake pattern all the way throughout this. That became a pain. So I decided that wasn't going to happen anymore. Just going to continue to there's that. Now to make it all nice and pretty. Once we finish these last 3, we will make it nice and pretty, and then we get to build the walls around it. And this one's going to be exactly the same as the one sitting over there that I tore the walls out of. It'll look exactly the same. So what we're going to do now, we don't need the hoppers anymore, we don't need the droppers anymore, or redstone. But we do need the stone. We don't need this, I mean not the stone, but we do need the red brick. We'll need some other stuff up here in a few minutes, but not right this second. Let's get some grass, or not grass, but let's get we're gonna put green carpeting down over all of these hoppers that are exposed to the actual chicken. Those will not be exposed because they'll be hidden behind a wall and under brick. super fast there. It keeps wanting to put them up on top of each other. When we get done with it, then as I said, becomes the wall. And I like to build the walls in multicolors like I did that there. It just stands out better. And because it stands out better, you can see your building the minute you come in. I mean, if you're on a server and somebody griefs your village or your town or whatever, your builds, you'll know it the minute you walk into your little builds, because you'll be like, wait a minute here, something's wrong. You'll know it the minute you walk in. You'll be able to see your buildings have been vandalized. Okay, so there's that. Now, the fun part. It's putting brick down. I mean, not, yeah, stone brick. So that we can enclose the outer edges. Oh, missed one. Okay. See, as I said, it's going to separate that room from this room to keep the chicken from getting in there and laying eggs in places that you can never get to them at. It's bad enough we're going to have eggs that you won't be able to use anyways. I'm going to try to do the glass pattern as well the same way. Sorry about all that shaking. Not like I want it to. Moving too fast. Okay, so there's that layer. Got 2 more full layers to go, and we'll start building. More full layers. And we will start building the roof over the building. Once we build the roof over the building, it is done. I'm not going to put chicks in here or chicken in here. I'm going to leave the chicken out of it. You can put your own chickens in there. I mean, if you want to see one that's working, we'll go to a different world where I have it set up and working if you want to see that, but I don't see where you want to see that. You just want to build this building and see if it works. full layer to go, and then, well, actually no more full layers after this. Now we are ready to start the roof because it is, no, one more layer. That's right. One more layer of red brick. I thought there was 2 and 2. Now we are ready for the roof. And as you just noticed a minute ago, the edge begins on the red brick. Come back to the corners in just a few minutes. That. Now we need to get our cobblestone stairs. And we can start working on finishing out the roof. If you've noticed, the roof looks pretty cool. It's just the way I build the roof, that's all. Oh, and one more thing I gotta do before I get carried away here. Before we get completely carried away, this is not completely done yet down here. Need a slab sitting on top of that right there. And we're gonna use that same slab in what we're doing here. I usually just use a standard stone slab. 2, 1. Thank you. And the reason behind that is so that when that thing starts spitting out eggs, it'll spit them out, but it'll make them crack and determine whether they're going to be just an empty shell or if they're going to give us a chick. The chick grows up in front of the other dropper, and the other dropper sees it and it expels lava, and the lava takes care of it, and turns it into a cooked chicken for us and gives us some feathers to go along with it. So we can choke on feathers as we eat our cooked chicken. That sounds mean. Okay. Now we'll go back to our marble, or quartz. I call it marble. It's quartz. Now, I don't know why it seems to be a little bit higher, but that's okay. It's just the roof. It's not massively important. We'll close in the outside later. Let's go back over here. Do the same thing, same process on this side here. I think I will